This is the game Groups. It's a game I invented in high school at this point. It's a game I invented in high school. As you can see, I have a layout. This is the basic layout you have from that was seen in Connection Games, which my first publication my game appeared in. Pretty much the object of this game here is to try to get these 6 pieces that are connected into one group. If they were connected diagonally, you'd have one group here. However, if you connect them vertically or horizontally, you have 6 groups. So you can play with 6 checkers, or if you'd like, you could play with pawns, chess pawns, for example. Pretty much what you're doing here is that, as I said, the object is to get it into a group of one group of pieces are connected vertically and or horizontally. As you see here, you can do it that way, or say there's a line, or you can even have like a rectangle, for example. Okay, that's pretty much the way that works. What you're going to do here is let me go back to setup, and then I will proceed. They are put this here like this like this. You know that in the middle square they fill in the 12 of the 16 squares. Okay, see that there? What they do is, let me explain how pieces move. There are 2 types of move in the basic version here. I'm going to recommend an advanced version once you've gotten familiar with it. Pieces have a leap type. What they do is they can move 1 space, like this here, and leap over one and only one piece. They can also leap diagonally. They can leap over a piece of either color. The other one you have is that they move like a chess queen, for example. That piece there could move like this, move like that, could move like that. This piece like this here, this piece like this, or up there actually. So by maneuvering the pieces through leaping and sliding, doing slide moves, they can actually win the game in the configuration I said. For example, this would end up being one for black, the dark piece. That is the basic way you play the game here. Now, there are several things you can do, because I've had complaints about the game here. This was a modified version over the original. I added the leap move when I was playing on a program called Zillions and found out that the computer didn't play it well, so I recommend leaping. One thing you can do is to make the game more strategic, less technical. This jump move you have, for example, you don't have it in the game. Secondarily, if you want to move it a bit slower and do that, you can do it. You can move 1 piece like a chess king, for example. You can move like a chess king, 1 space only. In addition, I would highly recommend this. This is one I'm going to recommend after you play a few times. There's 2 versions to do this. The basic version, which I'd recommend, is if you see here, there are 16 squares in the middle. What you do during your turn is one of the colors that you have, this one or this one, is going to set up. What you do is you would put on your color, and then the other color would go, actually, yes, there it is. And, for example, this is one example. Set up, you would go here, like this, here, we go like that. I don't want to have position. He just has to go out here to perhaps flank around. It goes like this. It goes here like this. It goes like that. Then you could put one here, and that goes up like that. As you can see, it's not quite the same position before. That's one. If you want to do something a little bit more adventurous, 1 person, let's say black, we're going with black here, but this time we'll say the lighter color starts. Picks one of their dark squares on the board. After that, then you would have the dark player, would put a piece adjacent to it, and then the next person goes and he can put in one of these 3 spaces. You're building adjacent to a prior piece that was put on the board of the opponent's color, but you can go anywhere. As I said, we're quickly getting outside the box. This is another way to do it. I have not tested this much as the other one, but again, I'm a fan of openings, variable openings. So anyhow, you go across and we'll just quickly put them on the board. Like this, like that, like this, and like that. So you have a different setup. Again, they would try to manipulate the pieces around to get them all, not diagonally, but orthogonally, vertically and horizontally next to each other. So you'd have a configuration like that, and white would win. If black did something like this, the dark side would actually win the game. So anyhow, that's groups. I'm going to consider doing lines of action in the future at this point here. I'm still trying to work on the camera angle. I had something else West Frontal I had didn't work right. Anyhow, that is pretty much the latest from our end here. I do want to thank you for listening, and as always, may your die always roll 5.